Welcome to the Past Preserved. Today, we delve into the legendary tale of Bonnie and Clyde, the infamous outlaws. To understand the origins of Bonnie and Clyde's criminal activities, it is essential to examine their early years and the factors that shaped their lives. Bonnie Elizabeth Parker was born on October 1, 1910, in Rowena, Texas, while Clyde Chestnut Barrow was born on March 24, 1909, in Ellis County, Texas. Both came from humble beginnings, growing up in impoverished families struggling to make ends meet during the Great Depression. Clyde's family faced financial hardships from an early age, which led him down a path of crime. He dropped out of school at a young age and began committing petty thefts. Bonnie Parker, born on October 1, 1910, in Rowena, Texas, had dreams far removed from the criminal world. She possessed a creative spirit and a love for the arts, with aspirations of becoming an actress. However, her life took a different path when she married Roy Thornton in 1926. Unfortunately, her dreams of marital bliss were shattered as her husband became involved in criminal activities and was eventually incarcerated for robbery. Left alone and disillusioned, Bonnie found herself at a crossroads, searching for an escape from her troubled marriage and the economic hardships of the Depression. The Great Depression, which began in 1929 with the stock market crash, had a profound impact on the lives of millions of Americans. Widespread unemployment, poverty, and despair were prevalent, and the economic and social upheaval provided fertile ground for criminal activity. Many people, like Bonnie and Clyde, turned to a life of crime as a means of survival and escape from their dire circumstances. During this time, the image of the gangster began to take root in American popular culture, with figures like Al Capone and John Dillinger gaining notoriety. These outlaws were often glamorized in the media, creating a romanticized view of the criminal lifestyle. Bonnie and Clyde were not immune to this, and their criminal exploits soon earned them a place in the pantheon of Depression-era gangsters. The duo embarked on a series of daring bank robberies, burglaries, and shootouts with law enforcement. Their criminal activities spanned a wide geographic range, encompassing states such as Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and beyond. They became renowned for their ability to elude capture, using a combination of stolen cars and their knowledge of the backroads of America to stay one step ahead of the law. Their notoriety grew with each successful heist, as newspapers and radio broadcasts reported on their exploits. One of the most famous incidents in their criminal career was the robbery of the First National Bank in St. Paul, Minnesota, in 1934. This daring heist yielded them over $20,000, a substantial sum during those difficult economic times. What set Bonnie and Clyde apart from other outlaws of the era was their ability to execute these crimes with precision and then vanish into the rural landscape before authorities could respond. Their exploits weren't limited to banks and robberies. They engaged in numerous shootouts with law enforcement, earning a reputation for their ability to outgun and outmaneuver the authorities. These violent confrontations only heightened the public's fascination with the couple, who were often portrayed as modern-day Robin Hoods, taking from the banks and giving to the impoverished during the Great Depression. The couple's criminal spree reached its zenith in early 1934 when they were named Public Enemy No. 1 by the FBI. The law enforcement agencies, including the newly formed Federal Bureau of Investigation led by J. Edgar Hoover, intensified their efforts to capture Bonnie and Clyde, employing modern investigative techniques and collaboration across state lines. As Bonnie and Clyde's stolen Ford approached the ambush site, a hail of gunfire erupted. Law enforcement officers from multiple agencies, including the legendary Texas Ranger Frank Harmer, unleashed a barrage of bullets on the unsuspecting couple, riddling their car with gunfire. The violent and deadly shootout marked the end of Bonnie and Clyde's reign of terror. The aftermath of the ambush was a gruesome spectacle. Bonnie and Clyde's lifeless bodies were displayed to the public, and the images of their corpses became iconic symbols of the violent era they had come to represent. The public, while relieved that these dangerous criminals had been taken down, couldn't help but be morbidly fascinated by the gruesome scene, fueling the legend of Bonnie and Clyde for generations to come. Thank you for tuning into this captivating exploration of Bonnie and Clyde's story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on more riveting historical narratives in the future.